want to get everyone participating and in this call. If you got any kind of distractions or whatever, we just ask just for the short time that we're going to have you that you go ahead and turn those off, turn the TV down maybe, and just send out the last messages. But, we want to just, I know it's hard to resist the social media and your messages and things that might be popping up. We just ask you just kind of set that aside for just a few minutes while we go ahead and go through this. I'm going to go ahead and get started right now. As my name is Stephanie, and I'm out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Getting a little tongue-tied because I'm so excited, so forgive me for that. All right, I'm out of Las Vegas, Nevada, and I started in Hempworx, or MyDailyChoice, about a month ago. It was probably, I'll say now, one of the best choices that I've made. I've never been in network marketing before, never did any kind of home-based business. Always wanted an alternate stream of income, just didn't know where to get started or how to do it. I was super skeptical. I had people who've done this type of business before, and I've seen them fail and heard all the excuses, and I'm like, that's just a scam and all of that. And so super skeptical. But I was listening one day. I had an opportunity to go to a Hempworx roadshow here in Las Vegas, and I went. And to be honest with you, I was sold actually the day that I went in, and I couldn't believe that I got over my skepticism by just going to a roadshow. And that's because I heard everything. I kind of, listened to the people. I got a chance to hear Jenna and Josh Wagle, and they just resonated with me, and I kind of overcame my skepticism, and I was ready to go. But as soon as I walked out the door, all the doubts and skepticism came back. But I started watching Shannon, started listening to him, and, seeing the success, and then seeing CBD everywhere. I mean, everywhere. And I just had to get in. I knew that this is a booming business, and I did not want to be left out. So I got in. I've got some affiliates now. I've made money already. So I am super, super excited to continue with this and to make more money. But I'm not going to hold you up with talking about me, because you did not come on this call to hear me. You came on to hear our guest speaker, which, of course, is Mr. Shannon Hamilton. Mr. Shannon Hamilton started in the business about 2.5 months ago. You know, if you don't know already, that he is a full-time student. He's working towards his doctorate degree. He's been in network marketing before. He's a six-figure earner, we know that, and he absolutely 100% loves helping people, helping his team achieve and greatness and everything that he has done. He has set a serious pace in this industry. He's actually proven that the business model works because he's ranked up 2 ranks in the first 15 days that he was here in the business, and he's just on a record pace and a record course to just beat even that. Like I said, he absolutely loves helping people. If you had a chance to talk to him before, you know that's true. He loves to have fun. He's always laughing and making everybody feel comfortable and at home. And, of course, he knows all the facts about the business. I mean, anything you ask him, he is on it. He can tell you where to go. He can just give you everything. So he's extremely knowledgeable, a great leader. And we know that he's set to make millions in this business, and he wants to take all of us along with him. So without further ado, Mr. Shannon Hamilton, are you on the line?
I am on the line. Can you hear me?
I can, loud and clear, sir. Go right ahead.
Thank you for that warm introduction. I really, really, really appreciate it. But before you go, I just want to give a shout-out to Stephanie. Amazing. She's turning into a phenomenal leader. One day soon, if you ever see Stephanie, and I know you will because our convention is here in Las Vegas, I want everybody that's on this call when you come to Vegas for the national convention, call Stephanie a network marketer because she has turned all of that doubt and however she felt, now she's building a phenomenal team. Her team is about to start popping some ranks, and just give it up to you again, Stephanie, and you're just getting started. You're warming up. You ain't even at the table yet. Wait 2 or 3 months now, and those checks get gooder and gooder. So thank you. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the call. I want to thank you for taking the time out. I'm not going to hold you long tonight. It's Thursday night. It's the final Thursday night of June 2019, and I'm super excited that you're here. The reason for this call tonight is because we want to lock in your spot. That is special, significant, and we want to share with you why you want to lock in your spot, why you want to do it now. And if you get off this call and you're not fired up about CBD, we need to check your wood because your wood is wet. That's my inside joke. If it didn't make you laugh, I'm cracking up on the inside because I'm super excited about it. So what you're going to learn on this call is basically why some of us have chosen the industry. The timing is so. When I say the timing is perfect, and if you stick around to the end of this call, I'm going to share some freaking outstanding information that's just going to blow you away, especially if you're on the West Coast, because it's getting exciting. And if you're on the East Coast, I got even more exciting news for you too. So both East and West Coast, we got you covered tonight. Everybody in the Central America, well, we got you covered too. But Shannon Hamilton out of Las Vegas, Nevada. And the reason, the way this all happened for me, about a few months ago, I was on Facebook, as I am every day. And I know I can't see you guys, but is anybody besides me use Facebook on a daily basis? It's like brush my teeth, put on my clothes, look at Facebook. Well, that's kind of what happened to me. I looked at Facebook and I saw a post. A gentleman, he posted on Facebook, "Are you in the CBD industry yet?" I was scrolling and I was like, nope, but I want to know more about it. And that's kind of how this all started for me. And this was, at the end of last year, beginning of this year. And so he sent me some information. I pre-enrolled. I took the first step. He took the second step. I took the third step. And what happened is I started really getting curious about CBD. I live in Las Vegas, Nevada, so CBD is everywhere. If you go in the gas station, it's there. Not the same quality, but it's there. If you ride down the street, you'll see a billboard, CBD. If you turn on a radio station, CBD. When you turn on the news, CBD. When I say CBD, it's like the news is every single day. They're talking about how awesome and how booming the CBD industry is. And that caught my attention. So after I did my research, in February, they had a road show here in Las Vegas. I heard it on the radio. So I went to the road show because I was doing my research about the industry, the company, and everything. And doing there, when you walk in, they give you a free sample. I tried the sample. I had a tennis elbow. If you don't know what tennis elbow is, it's like a toothache in your elbow. I don't know no other way to describe it. It's just a nagging pain. I had it since November. I tried the relief cream for the very first time, put it on my elbow. I didn't believe it was going to work. I'm like, well, I just lotion up my elbow a little bit. Amazing enough, within 5 minutes, my elbow stopped hurting for the first time since November. I still didn't believe it. Being honest, I still didn't believe it. But I kept trying it, and it wasn't hurting. So I said, well, let me go lift some weights and see what happens. Guess what? I was able to lift weights again because I wasn't able to use my right arm and hand to do nothing. I literally had to drink coffee with my left hand, and I'm right-handed. So I got really excited, and here's where everything changed. Through the excitement, through the being pain-free, like Stephanie said, I heard Josh Swagel and Jenna Zwegel's story of how they were in network marketing, how they were in affiliate marketing, and how they wanted to change the industry. So the company is for network marketers, created by network marketers. So I heard the story. I heard how the product came to be. I heard about the qualities and what to look for in the products, which nobody else was teaching. And so I got really educated. But here's what got my attention, and this is what I want you to realize why you have to lock in your spot tonight. In 2017, the company did about $9.6 million. Now, for a company, that's really awesome. But in 2018, they scaled the business from $9.6 million to over $100 million. Now, if you've ever owned a business or been involved in a business, to know what it takes to do that, all the pieces have to be perfect. I mean, you can't have no shipping problems. You can't have no internet, no server problems, human resource problems, customer service. All of those things came together to launch this company into, they got the award this year for the business they did last year. It's the fastest growing network marketing company in the whole $189 billion industry. We're not number two. We wasn't voted number one. We were awarded number one. On top of that, the company was also named number one CBD company in all of the CBD companies. It gets gooder. I like that word. Jenna Zweigel, just a few short weeks ago, she was named the number one income earner in all of network marketing, and this is one of the largest industries in the world. $189 billion industry, and to have the person kind of leading the pack is the number one income earner. She earns over 7 figures a month. Now, we have to throw in the income disclaimer and say, we don't know if you're going to make a dime. We don't know if you're going to make 7 figures a month. But to know that it's possible. And that's why you want to lock in your spot. Because one thing everybody on this call know, that the job that you're doing right now, that possibility does not exist. If you work for somebody else and you're their employee, they may have that possibility, but you don't. I'm just being real. Sometimes a slap in the face is a slap in the face. Wake-up call is a wake-up call. So, and then the industry as a whole. I want you to really pay attention to this. The industry as a whole last year did $600 million. So this is going to be some updates for some of you guys. There's $600 million. Our company did over $100 million, so 1/6 of that. Now the industry is set to do $22 billion in the next 3 years, $75 billion in the next 5 to 6 years. And that's going to be every year. So when is it the perfect time to join a business like this? Not in the beginning, I'm going to be honest, not in the beginning when they're working out their problems and they're trying to find the products and the sourcing and figure out the shipping and all of that. They've already figured that out. Not after the opportunity has hit momentum and gone. Then you missed it at that point. It's kind of like trying to get a website now versus trying to get one 20 years ago, if that makes sense. So now is the time to jump in this thing. I'm not going to tell you it's going to move super fast. I'm not going to tell you it's going to move super forward, but it's going to move. And then in the next 3 years, move from 600 million to 22 billion, and you have to decide, hey, do I want a piece of that? Because for the most part, the person that invited you on this call tonight, they want a piece of that, and they thought enough of you to invite you to this call so you also can make a decision. Is this something you want to be a part of or something you want to watch from the sideline? I'm telling you, get in the game and you'll win. But before I go on, I want to introduce you guys to some major business partners of mine. They're changing the game. The first gentleman I want to introduce to you, he's out of Bakersfield, California. We built a hell of a relationship. He leads by example. He is a servant-driven leader, loves to have fun. Most important part is he's the guy that took my call when I was getting started. He didn't know who I was pre-enrolled. I looked his name up, called him, took my call, and since then we have built a serious relationship. And because of the relationships you build in a business like this, we're all going to be significantly blessed. That's how I'll put it. Significantly and financially blessed because of relationships like this. So I want to introduce to you guys, if you've never heard him, so I'm going to tell you, get out your pen and paper. He's going to share some information with you. Mr. Wayne Toppler out of Bakersfield, California. Are you there, sir?
Hey, Shannon, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you very loud and clear.
Awesome. Hey, thanks for that introduction. I still remember that phone call. I love it. I had no idea who you were. just took the call. I think we talked for about an hour, and you were ready to rock it. And then I find out a short time later who Shannon M. Hamilton is, six-figure income earner, and one of the hardest working people I've ever met. And I've been in this industry for 10 years, and I'm just blessed to have you on this team because you are by far the hardest working person I've ever got to work with in home business. So I appreciate you so very much. And all you that are on this call, most of you are on your free trial. Your free trial comes up tonight. It's lock in your spot call. If you have not gotten a free trial yet, just know that after this call, you're going to want to just get started and just bypass the free trial, because the way this company is growing, you guys, timing is everything in business. I tell people I've been in this industry for 10 years, and this industry is all about timing. Timing in home business is like location is the real estate. And right now, like Shannon said, you have a chance to take something to the market, because right now most of your friends are just starting to hear about CBD. I bet if you went and asked 100 of your friends in the next few days about CBD, 99 of them are still not taking it. And that's the window of opportunity. That's why you want to lock in your spot tonight, because the experts are saying, just like Shannon said, these aren't rumors. These are articles that were written in Forbes magazine, Rolling Stone magazines by experts that are saying that this industry is going to grow from $600 million a year to over $22 billion per year in just the next 3 to 4 years. And what does that mean? That means with those kind of numbers, it's a household name. Everybody's going to be consuming CBD oil. Young, kids, middle age, elderly, athletes. It's going to be consumed by most every person you know, and it's going to be consumed daily. This product has changed my life. I've been in the fitness world most of my life. I go to the gym 6 days a week, and the last few years has been a big-time struggle. I'm a type of person that love to get challenged in the gym. I love to push myself, and 52 years old. The last few years has really taken a toll on me. I couldn't go hard in the gym. Might not sound like a big issue for some of you, but for people that understand the addiction of fitness, the addiction of being challenged, the addiction of being able to go hard, it's hard to lose that battle. And I was almost giving up on my fitness goals. I love swimming now, and I thought that maybe swimming was going to have to be my way of exercise. I was going to have to give up on the weights and things like that because my aches and pains in my elbows and shoulders and knees, it just hurt too much. And then I got educated on CBD oil. I was naive at first. I was stubborn. I didn't want to look at it because I don't believe in drugs whatsoever. I don't even put an aspirin, ibuprofen, or not even an allergy pill in my body. So I was skeptical. I got educated. I found out it's from the hemp plant and not from the marijuana plant, and therefore it was something I could promote. I got on the product, and it changed my life. 6 months ago, I couldn't even do one pull-up, more than one pull-up, without going on because of the aches and pains. My shoulder and elbows hurt too bad. And now at 52 years old, I'm busting out 15 pull-ups with pain-free. I'm sprinting again. I'm playing with my kids. I got 2 active athletes, 14 and 16 years old, and now instead of watching them play, I'm playing and competing with them. I tell people I've gotten a second lease on my fitness life now, and this is why I'm so passionate. This is why our company is the #1 fastest growing company in the world. Like Shannon said, we just got the award #1 in the world as far as home businesses, and it's because our products change people's lives. I try to tell people we're not moving products, the products move us. I'll repeat that. We're not moving products, the products move us. It's changing lives, it's going viral, and you've got a chance of a lifetime. I'm telling you right now, CBD will be the #1 health trend that we have ever seen in our lifetime. It just got legalized a few months ago. It's going to be a $22 billion industry within 3 to 4 years, and you have a chance to lock in your spot and take this to the marketplace. Be first to introduce it to your friends and family, because in 6 months to 9 months, they're all going to be on CBD products. And you want to make sure they're on quality CBD products, because Unfortunately, it's the wild, wild west right now. There's a lot of bad products. A lot of bad companies are after profits. They're not after healing the people. Our products and our company is all about all natural. It's a natural product. It's from a plant. It should remain natural. We have third-party testing, like you already have heard, and we have all the results on our website because we want to help the people. Okay, this product was not brought to the marketplace. This company, Hempworx, was not added to MyDailyChoice for profits. It was to heal the people because our founder got healed on these products. And I can't tell you it's going to cure or treat or heal anyone. I legally can't tell you that. I'm just telling you my results, and I can tell you this. These products help me sleep better. They help me with anxiety, stress, depression. Absolutely changed my life. And I'm so blessed that we're able to do this from our phones. I've been in the industry for 10 years. For 6 years, from 2010 to 2016, I made a small fortune in the industry. But unfortunately, the only way to be successful back then was to be on the road. So I was in other people's homes 4 to 6 nights per week, giving presentations at people's homes and hotel meetings. And for the last 75 years, that's really been the only way to have success in network marketing. But this company and our team have cracked the code because we have a state-of-the-art marketing system. And I want you to understand this. Because of something we have our hands on, a marketing system that all you need to know how to do is to copy and paste and send text messages. If you could copy and paste and send text messages, you could have results, massive results. Like myself, 6 months, I have not been in one single hotel party, not one single home party. It's the first time in my career, 10 years in this industry, that I've been able to finally make money from home. I've always laughed. People call it a home business, but they're never home. They're always on the road. But thank goodness for Hempworx and MyDailyChoice and this team. We've cracked the code. And guys, all I could say now is just lock in your spot. We will show you exactly what to do. It takes about 20 minutes to teach you everything on the inside. Lock in that spot, and we'll see you at the top. Back to you, Shannon.
Thank you, Mr. Tavalo. I appreciate it. Like you said, lock in your spot. This is something Wayne, you might get a kick out of this, and I just want to share this publicly with everybody. Wayne says he's able to do 15 pull-ups. You know, when I first heard that, I'm like, 15 pull-ups? Until I tried to do 15 pull-ups. I was probably out of breath at 2.5. So, and I'm really strong, but I can't pull my own body weight like I used to. So again, I'm excited. I love hearing his story. I love his passion about the product, the industry, and helping people like you and me. You know, somebody had to help me. Wayne was that person who stepped up to help me. You know, we're going to do the same for you. I have another gentleman that I've built an amazing relationship with. He's also out of California, a little further north, out of Sacramento, California. You got to hear his story. I mean, just a ball of energy. He's just amazing. Loves helping people. When I say fun, this guy's fun is his middle name. Loves to laugh. Loves to just inspire you. So, without further ado, Mr. Brian Kane, are you there, sir?
Hey, Shannon, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Awesome. As always, every single week, I'm always more super pumped up and excited. I know we're moving here in the summer, and a lot of people, they've been procrastinating for over half the year and looking last minute to see what they can do to lose a little bit more weight or maybe get more workouts in and not feel as tired and be able to recover faster. And so that gets me excited and pumped up with all the new markets. And last week I think it was earlier this week, actually, you had announced that we were moving into new countries, Nigeria. And that's just exciting. From the moment that you had stepped into the company and the way that you approached it, you helped everyone from the sidelines to the upline to shoot your own team. And as what I like to call you a cruise ship. You just kind of got into the water and raised all the boats at once. And I was in a room once in a bowling alley where I got a chance to see Wayne building the business from hotel to hotel, just flying from meeting to meeting, and getting in people's homes because he really cared that much to make sure that people succeeded. He really reached down and really helped the new person to get started the right way. So that's the type of people that are on the line right here, right now. Prior to getting started in MyDailyChoice Hempworx, I wasn't introduced to CBD as like a business opportunity or a way to profit or make money. I was introduced to CBD as one of my best friends locally running over to my house, super excited, super pumped up, and he had a tincture in his hand, and so he was just kind of sharing with me how it was helping him feel better. It was helping him with his anxiety, some emotional things he was going through, and just overall, he had more energy. And so that kind of got me pumped because that caught my attention. I was a little bit interested into why someone would have so much success with a product that they would literally run over to my house and tell me about it. And so it was coincidentally, a few days later, I'd received a marketing message from one of the smartest people that I know when it comes to capitalizing on market trends and building marketing systems and really taking advantage of opportunities. And so when he sent me a message and told me that he was going to do it with or without me, I had to take a look at that. And I knew his background. I knew some of the things he's done in the past. And I saw it myself. I mean, shoot, I don't know if it was just a few days ago from friend running over, but I saw the vision. So what I did was I asked a couple more questions, and then I pulled out a credit card and I got started at the top package within about 10 minutes of receiving the first message, because I wanted to make sure that I locked in my spot. I know today's Thursday and activity will roll up if you don't make a decision tonight. I have to go back and check the day. I can't remember if I joined on a Thursday or not, but the truth of the matter is the reason why I'm in a company like this was I knew nothing about CBD. So once I got on the inside, I had to start doing my research, and I let YouTube play for the next few days straight. And ultimately what I was looking for was, what was the market saying about CBD? What were other people like saying, or are they getting results, or what's the overall market opinion? And so I let YouTube play for about 3 days straight, and I could only find TED Talks, other credible sources, positive news stories, positive news press, and just a bunch of different customer testimonials. I can't say all the exact scenarios just because obviously we're affiliates on the call, and you can just do the research yourself. And so I've never seen that with a direct sales company before, that the press out there was just so positive, not only for the product but for the company itself. That also caught my attention. So I was wondering, hey, if I planted a flag here, if I went and flew and drove around to all the leaders, which I did, to make sure that their hearts were in it, that they were going to have flags planted, and that they're serious about really taking advantage of this opportunity as I was. And so one thing that I kind of asked was, well, how competitive is the market? And if you look to your left, you look to your right, you see like it's popping up everywhere: gas stations, Walmarts, shopping malls, and even pharmacies are trying to cash in. And that's exciting. It's exciting to see the demand. I mean, doing yoga on Thursdays and walking in 24-hour fitness, see a big CBD sign there now. And it's because people are asking for it. That's how much demand there is. People are really wanting the product. They're finding out about it. With the farm bill that was signed in December, I mean, it's just kind of open doors, and the market's really demanding it. But the thing that drops my stomach is that when you walk into any of those places, guaranteed almost every single time, you take the tincture off the shelf, you flip it to the back, what you're going to find are fillers, just kind of like what Shannon and Wayne were mentioning. And that, like, how could you ever do that to a pure plant product? And that just gets me thinking, like, do they do that with other products? And they probably do. And it's probably because it's either cheap, bigger margins, or it's probably because they got some secret deals to send you back to the pharmacy. And so the other thing I was thinking was, well, is it sustainable? 25,000 products could actually be made with hemp. Companies already catching on. They got the bath bombs, it's got the topicals, they've got the hemp infused coffee, and the list just goes on and on. I can only imagine what they're going to announce in the October event. So if you're a live event person, definitely make sure that you're there. And so, I mean, just really taking a look at everything, the company, the foundation, going to see corporate and seeing that they're not working out of mom's basement, but they actually scaled from 9.6 mil to over 100 mil in 1 year. No scaling issues, no, hey, we got to delay commission payments as we're filling this out. But it's about as smooth as a transition to that amount that I've ever seen from any company, like, ever. I can't even think of like another company that scaled that smoothly. And so I think that's just a testament to the type of people that are involved. the type of experience that's here. But it's not even just the most experienced people. I mean, there's people on the line right now. I mean, shoot, people on this call like Stephanie, who was new to network marketing, no experience at all. And as soon as just stepping inside the industry, getting out of her comfort zone and just be willing to take a try, be willing to follow directions and really learn. I mean, shoot, within, I think it was like a week or a couple of weeks, very short time period, she was able to see her first check. And when I see new people that are winning, along with the experienced people that are just absolutely coming in and just using the system, the marketing system that we have to crush it, there's nothing like it. And so if you've got a position you're in or you need to get one, get back to whoever brought you on the line. I promise you, just lock in your spot. And Shannon, I'm going to go ahead and give it back to you.
Thank you, Brian. Another true leader, humble. He's excited, fires me up every time I get the chance to talk to him. And this is what I want to, I'm going to end the call shortly. I want to leave you with a couple of things and tell you why you should lock in your spot. So if you have a pen and paper, I want you to take notes. If you have any distractions, I want them to escape your mind just for the next 3 to 4 minutes. It might take me 5 or 6. I was at an event a few years ago in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta, and I remember a gentleman. His name is Frank Ski. He's a DJ, pretty well known DJ in Atlanta. Really powerful guy, put it that way. And through that, he was taking us through a journey, and I want to take you through that same journey in a shorter period of time. If you are old enough to remember these things called cassette tapes, cassette tape, they went from 8-track to cassette, and then you had the 8-track that could fit in the cassette, and the industry changed, right? Then we went from cassette to CDs. I'm quite sure some of you can remember that. You would probably live it. And then something was introduced to the industry. They said this is going to change the industry. You'll never see this again. And you just, at the time when it's happening, you just can't imagine what the hell you're going to do better than a CD. Then they introduced DVDs. Okay, that's it. I'm good. We went from cassettes to CDs to DVDs. It changed the game forever. And I remember Frank explaining to me, how many of y'all capitalized on that? Nobody. At that point, nobody. And then he said, well, another company similar to what Hempworx is doing, it introduced this thing called iTunes and MP3s. So now some of you could relate back when, and I'm going to give you the story and I'm going to be done. Back when I was a young man and you come in my living room, I had towers, beautiful lit up towers with CDs and CDs, and on my shelf I had DVDs because they changed the game. I bet you there ain't nobody on this call going through that anymore. I bet you nobody got a CD changer. It changed the game. That's what I'm talking about. We have to revolutionize, and we're revolutionizing fitness. We're revolutionizing health and wellness with CBD in the products we have, our nutritional products. So that's what I want you to understand, and that's why you want to lock in your spot. And if you want to do your research, just go CBD projections. I just did it while Wayne was actually speaking. Everything on there said the next 3 years, 22 billion, 20 million, 22 billion, 20 billion, 75 billion in the next 7 years. So I clicked on one of those, and here's what it said. If you're familiar with MSN, which is Microsoft News, it's right here in front of me right now. Professional skateboarder, I'm going to leave his name out there, nearly after 35 years, almost long coping with lingering pains of injury, his spokesperson say he has turned to CBD, and that's the only thing that has helped him. You scroll down, NFL players, martial art competitors, and everyday athletes are turning to products said to contain CBD. This is going to be the norm. Every athlete out there, football, baseball, basketball, skateboarder, hockey player, Spartan racer, boot camper, CrossFitter, or track runners, everybody's going to use CBD. That's just the way it is. It's just like, who do you know still use CDs? If you do, they real old school. Who do you know use a flip phone? You know, and the story I was saying, this is how CBD is going to be, and I want you to envision this 3 years from now. Project your mind 3 years out. When MP3s first hit, you had to have an iPod to play those. I think some of you guys can remember the little Apple white iPod. Now, none of us have iPods, or very few people have iPods now. You have this thing called the smartphone, which now all your music is played, and you get to use this every day, carry it everywhere. You damn near, if you go to the bathroom, I could promise you, well, I know I am, my smartphone is with me. That's what CBD is going to be like 3 years from now. Everybody's going to be using it. Everybody's going to have it. It's going to be in every household. Nobody's going to be doing sports without it. It's going to be on NASCARs all around. I'm a NASCAR fan, if you can't tell. You're going to see it. You already see it now displayed in stadiums everywhere. And you have a chance to lock in your spot tonight and be a part of that boom. And now here's the big exciting news. We are in the pre-launch stage in Nigeria right now. We're already in Europe. If you know anybody in Nigeria, now is the time for them to lock in their spot. And this is going to go on throughout the next 3 years, where we're going to globally expand in every single country in the world. And you get to be a part of that before it happens. That's exciting. Last and not least, in the next 90 days, we have what's called a 90-day blitz from now until Las Vegas, October 3rd. OMG, our national convention is in Las Vegas. And in the next 90 days, so many ranks are going to be broke, so much money is going to be made, so many people's lives are going to change, and it could be yours. All you have to do is get with the person that invited you to this call. Tell them, man, I'm ready. And if you're scared, do it scared. If you don't have all your questions answered, get them answered. Because now is the time. If you wait, this is what's going to happen. It's going to pass you by. You're going to be, man, I missed that. I remember I was on this call, and you're going to have to face yourself in the mirror and say, damn, I sure wish I'd have got in there and stuck in there. Man, is that Wayne flame flying in the sky right there? Because it's really going to be that big. And if you live in the Las Vegas area, we have an event on tomorrow. Just contact me. I'll get you invited to that event. It's just a small little, big little get together. A guy that makes a whole lot of money, like a whole bunch. He's a 100K affiliate. Him and his wife, they'll be here in Las Vegas. And for everybody else, if you're in Charlotte, North Carolina on July 13th, so this is the West Coast, Las Vegas, July 13th, East Coast, Charlotte, North Carolina, we have a road show. That's where I got started. That's what changed the game for me. If you know somebody who lives in Charlotte, you want to definitely invite them out there. But if you're on this call tonight, I hope you cannot, if you don't make that decision tonight, I hope you can't sleep. You know why? Because that's your brain telling you something that you needed to take action. The people who make the most money take action and figure it out later. And if you're scared, do it scared. If you have questions, get them answered, or start and then get them answered. All my questions wasn't answered when I got started. Otherwise, I would have never had to call Wayne. I called Wayne, and he told me to start. Same conversation, and it was on a Thursday. And I got started, and I started running, and my whole life has changed since then, and it's only been 2.5 months. So it's been a plum-pleasing pleasure and a humbling experience to share these stories with you. I want to thank Stephanie for introducing the call, Brian and Wayne. And guys, from here, we got a 90-day blitz. You definitely want to be a part of it. It's going to be so much fun and so exciting leading up to our national convention here in Las Vegas. I want to wish everybody a happy Thursday. and have a great, great evening. Good night.